Hello everyone. Now in this tutorial we are going to cover MySQL and Node.js connectivity. As we know about the non-relationship database, let me introduce MySQL, which is a relationship database. Let's get started. And so MySQL is a relationship database, and if you want to download MySQL, then go to MySQL community and download MySQL community server. So in this page you will be getting the installable of MySQL. If you click on any of the link, you will be getting the downloadable according to your OS version. Now if I have Mac OS, then it will automatically detect my Mac OS. Otherwise you can choose Microsoft Windows or Unix according to your choice. Now after downloading this MySQL, uh, we need to install it, and after installation you will be getting a folder in your directory. If you install in C directory, C drive directory program files, you will be getting MySQL file according to version. Now how do I run this? So there are different ways. So you can run MySQL through console also, and there is a good way which is called as MySQL Workbench, which is a user interface for MySQL. So download MySQL Workbench. And again you have to choose according to your OS version, download it, and after installation of MySQL Workbench, let me close it and run it again. MySQL Workbench. Give few seconds to start this MySQL Workbench. So till the time we can revise about our difference between your relationship database and non-relationship database. So MongoDB is non-relational database, and your MySQL is relational database. So what are the differences and how do I compare between both the databases? If I say database, both the cases it's database. If I say table, it is in table in MySQL or relation database, and its collection in your MongoDB or NoSQL database. The table is a rows and columns, and there are so many databases present in the category of non-relationship database, Oracle, MySQL. There are so many databases, and it is more popular than NoSQL. But sometime you can use NoSQL according to your use cases. Now let's open that workbench. Let me close it again and run it again. MySQL workbench. Now if I say collection, then it's collection and it's a table. If I say document in MongoDB, then it's record or row in your MySQL. So in Node.js, if you want to run or if you want to connect with MySQL, so you have to run first database server. So you can see here local instance 3306. So 3306 is the port where your MySQL is going to run. If I click here, and then I need to input the password. This is the password which will be asked to you whenever you are installing MySQL. After connecting with MySQL, I'll getting this user interface. This user interface is basically used for executing query of MySQL. So let me start. So if you want to see show databases, so run the command show databases. Click here. So you'll be getting all the databases present in your database server in MySQL. Now I have a one database retail. I want to connect with this retail database. Then the command is use retail. Now I am inside of the database. Now I can run how many tables in my database. So those are the tables, and I want to fetch the data of product table. So let's run select star from product. So now I'll be getting all the rows and columns of the product table. So that's how now I will establish the connection of MySQL. Now I want to connect with the Node.js. So let's get started to connect with your MySQL and Node.js. So first step, you have to install MySQL. So open your terminal, view terminal, and run npm mysql. So it will installing and node mysql, and I have already installed, so it's not required for in my case, but you guys can install. In the next step, you need to import this package which is available to us now, require mysql. Next step, you need to connect with MySQL. So now if you remember, whenever I have opened the MySQL workbench, I need to connect with the database server. So same thing, I need to do it from the Node.js background. So now I have a host, local host, username and password. This is my local username and password, and the database which I want to connect, which is a retail database. Now next step, I have to write a API which is going to connect with the database and will return record to me. For that, I have to work with Express. So Express is a web framework which I have already taught you guys. Now I have to use this the same thing with the connect with MySQL database. So first step, I have to import Express and need to create a reference of Express with the app const app, and now I can start my journey to connect with database and fetching the database. So uh, similar to I have started database server, I need to start a web server. So I am starting a web server in the port 2003, and this is my local hosted IP address. This is my IP address for now. This is the callback mechanism which Node.js follows. If I connect, then it will come and showing us listening in the port 2003. Now I have connected with the database. Now let's check if I am connected or not. Run it node mysql js, yeah, run it, and now I have connected with the web server. Now I have to fetch the data. For that, I have to write API. So which API? Get protocol. So app.get, and it's accepting two parameters. First parameter is the URL which is going, which you are going to fetch the data, and second one is callback. Because it is a request response protocol, get is supposed to give you request and getting response from the server. So now I have to come and again con. What is con? Con is the connection which we have has been established here, which is showing local hosted server con dot query, and I need to pass the parameter. First parameter is your Query, select star from product, which is a normal database query to fetching the tables record, and second will is your callback. In callback, you have either if you are getting error if you are not able to connect, otherwise you are getting a result. So after connecting the result with the product, I'll be fetching that all the list of records and rows. So that is coming in the form of result here, and result is the cursor. So cursor is basically the collection of records, number of rows in your table. So if you want to fetch the data, I need to iterate on in that cursor. So result dot length is the length of the array or records, and I have to iterate over the result array. So first step, if I equal to 0, then I equal to 0, I'll be retrieving the product name, first product name. So first product name as a key, product name as a value, the data which I have fetched from the server. Similarly, product price and product price, I result 0 and product price, and similar you will be forming the objects. So now we have declared objects of any type, and dot push, I'm pushing the all the objects here whenever you iterating in the result object. At last, when I have fetched all the data and I have inserted in the objects array, I need to send it to client, and client don't understand your object of JavaScript. So always client understand JSON, so that's why I need to JSONify it. So save it and go back to your browser, localhost 2003, and get product details is my API. Let me run it again. No, I'm not local hosted. I have mentioned my API, so I should use my API IP address here. My IP address is 19. Yeah, this is my IP address. Yeah, now I have run that application server app, and I received that JSON. Now go to JSON viewer and you can check here how many objects are there. So I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects in our product table. So those are the objects: first product name and price. Now the next step, I have to fetch the data and I need to show into the client side. So I will be showing through Angular. So for this tutorial I am done from my hand, and next tutorial I am going to fetch the same data of Node.js and Mysql in the client. Thanks for watching, and let's meet on next video. Thanks.